Alright, so let's go over the properties of exponents. So we're going to be talking about products and quotients. Products is when we multiply two exponents together, and quotients are when we divide two exponents, okay? So the general formula for, multiplying two exponents, they both have to be a, so they both have to be the same number, a. So it's going to be a to the m times a to the n is equal to a to the m plus n. So we just add the two numbers together. Okay? So for example, if we have 3 to the third power times 3 to the fourth power, that's going to equal 3 to the power of 3, plus the power of 4. So it's 3 plus 4, that equals 3 to the seventh power. Alright? Now we can also have a negative powers like this, okay, like 2 to negative 1. But we still do the same process, alright? It's still going to be, alright, adding these two numbers together. So it's going to be 2 to the second power times 2 to the negative 1 power is equal to 2, alright? We've got to be careful of integers, always be careful of integers. 2 to the 2 plus the negative 1, right? Now we know that when we do this, right, it's just really 2 minus 1, alright? So it's 2 minus 1. It's just going to be 1. So it's going to be 2 to the 1 power. Alright, let's do one more, okay? What if we have a negative power on the first exponent? So it's 4 to the negative 3 times 4 to the 7. Same idea. We're just going to add these two numbers together. So that's going to be 4 to the negative 3 plus 7, okay? Alright, we can rewrite this as 7 minus 3, right? So negative 3 plus 7 is also 7 minus 3. Alright, so 7 minus 3 is 4. So the final answer is 4 to the fourth power. Alright, now let's go to quotients, dividing, two exponents together. So if we have am over an, the answer is going to be a to the m, right, m minus n, which is here. So another way of looking at it is the answer is going to be a, right, the base, times the top number minus the bottom number, right? Remember that, this is key. Alright, it's going to be a to the m power, the top power, minus the bottom power. Always, alright? That's what we do for quotients. That's different than what we do for, multiplication, products. We add them, add the two numbers. This we subtract the top from the bottom. So if we have, say, 5 to the fifth power over 5 to the second power, that's equal to 5 to the fifth power, the top number, minus the bottom number 2. Okay? So that's 5 minus 2, which is equal to 5 to the third power. Right? Well, what if we have something like 7 to the negative 2 over 7 to the fourth power? Well, it's the same idea. All we're going to do is just subtract the top number from the bottom number, even if we have negative numbers. So that's going to equal to 7 to the negative 2 power, that the top power, minus 4. Alright, this power here. Alright, so what is negative 2 minus 4? Right, remember integers, if we have 2 negative, alright, like this, negative 2 and then minus 4 like that, negative 2, negative 4, then we add the two numbers together, and then we're going to have a negative number, right? So 2 plus 4 is 6, because these are negatives, so you're going to have a negative 6, right? So 7 to the negative 6 power. Alright, next we're going to be talking about what we call the power properties, okay? So this is where, we have an exponent a to the m power, and the whole thing is going to be to the nth power. So it's a to the m to the nth power. So if you have that, alright, this is what we call a power exponent, alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply m and n. So it's going to be a to the m times n. Okay? So for example, if we had 8, alright, squared, 8 to the second power squared, to the fourth power, okay? So this is power property, right? So what we do is we take a, which is 8, so it's going to be 8 to the m, which is 2, to the n, which is 4. So we multiply 2 times 4 to get 8. Alright, then if we can also do it if we have negative powers, alright? Same thing works. Alright, so 7 to the fourth power to the negative 2 power, alright, squared power is equal to 7, alright, to the 4 times negative 2. 4 times negative 2 is going to be negative 8. So 7 to the negative 8 power. Alright, what if you have a negative inside, alright, this thing right here, the exponent, okay, and we have the power rule, right, power properties. Well, we gotta be careful here, okay? So, I'm not gonna write it here, but okay, so if we have negative 3 squared to the third power, okay? Alright, what's going to happen is that, we just work out the problem the same way that we do, right? So we multiply the two powers together, right? So we have 3 to the 2 times 3 power is going to be 6, right? However, what about this sign right here? It's very important, alright? If you have an odd number for the outer, alright, power, n right here, if you have odd number, 1, 3, 5, so forth, right? Then the final answer is going to be a negative, okay? So it's very important. If this n right here, right, this number, outside number, is odd, if it's odd, then you're going to have a negative number if you have a negative exponent like this right there, okay? What about this one? This is negative 2 squared to the fourth power. What about this one? Well, we work out the same way, right? So it's going to be 2 to the 2 times fourth power, right? 2 times 4 is 8. However, when you have even numbers for n, 2, 4, 6, 8, so forth, alright, you're gonna, this exponent is gonna become positive, okay? So there's no negative. So again, if we have an odd number out here, and if the inside has a negative number like that, you're gonna get a negative answer. Alright? If you have a negative exponent inside, and you have an even power, then you will get a positive number.